I don't even know if this is playing or what. No. No, not. No. Oh. Yeah, no. There it is. Fine. Jesus Christ. Hello, Chris. Yes, very early. Because it's Sunday. I don't work today, I work tomorrow. Hold on. There, I linked it. Okay. Magical mirror. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, Nagito died. The clown. What a clown. Emoji. Maybe just... Why's that?
Hey.
Alright, looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Stop it, you're making me depressed. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah.
Stupid fool!
You're making me depressed. So it's going to happen again. A cruel conflict, we must doubt our friends. But once we're through this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this stuff is saying it,
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial,
That's right.
definitely find out who the killer is no matter what, even if I have to pull out all the stamps. Oh, what? Why did it ask me if I want to mute that? No. Oh wait, I didn't have. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I didn't have the stream open. I was on Discord. Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Stop trying to jinx.
I'll beat you up!
Damn right, stupid rabbit's just gonna... Just shut up! Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. I have finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness of your fate accomplishes nothing. That possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal? I don't really know, but she seems different from before. Maybe she read a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You...
What can you tell by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minamaru. It'd be annoying if you start talking during the trial. Aw, fine.
But still...
Somehow I understand what Monami is saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial. You're right, we need to fight as much as we can, no matter what hope was true the way to the end. That's right. Open... Roar. Wow, sometimes it's so lazy, isn't it? I feel like some of the best characters die. Yeah, not in this case, though. But, like... Yeah. I guess saying those words to myself ever. I never might have gone wrong. Like... Light Ibuki, Mikan.
Yeah.
This elevator ride, this will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Well,
Let's worry about things afterwards.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the glass drive before us. Damn, this shit is so empty. They're all standing in the same exact spot.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is going to go smoothly. And I still can't believe one of us was able to do that. Watch it not be one of us and he just super slapped it. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the funhouse ordeal, we completely depended on him. Even. I was talking about in general, you didn't have to diss Nagito like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, I agree. But if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not saying that's kind of cringe. And then the door slowly opened. A bright light greeted us. Is that the light of hope, or the light of despair? How does it look? Oh boy.
Well now.
Well then, now that the chatterbox Naruto is gone, there's only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Enough, just fucking start this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? Is this really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Yep, sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm, make sure you give it your all.
Alright!
Didn't I tell you? He said it. There's the end.
Now then.
Let's get this. Well, Monami looks mad.
Viva killing!
Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. Watch me, nobody. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Look at the boy! Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. Man, was really unlucky. I mean, Nagito looked really shocked, and the way he died so brutal too. So again, I don't know if that's a possibility. I don't know, Chris, because remember, they were connecting the dots with the last game and here of how like, wait, there hasn't been a suicide yet. So what if there was? Yeah, sure, his face can look all scared, but like, But that could only be because he fucking knifed himself so many times. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. Came across as very social. Yeah, I really liked him in the beginning. But then and then he was fucked up and I didn't like him anymore. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said it would be... Well, yeah, but the cost was his life. Never lose to despair, and he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up, but there's also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. Yup. What? Chris says he wouldn't... Oh, but wouldn't he want that to happen to him because he's a weirdo? Like, he wouldn't embrace his death. Well, no, Chris, because remember, he said that he's like, I actually value my life now. No, again, he said that he didn't want to die anymore. And I have no idea at all who did it, but... Wow, look at that. Hey, yo. There's no way we can end it without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. Chiaki's the only one here, and it's all pink. Oh my god. I have to sneeze. Oh god. Thank you! It was a fluke. How can you say that? He said he valued his life. What do you mean? The person who finished off Nagito. It should have been me, not him. It's not fair. The killer who murdered Nagito. Bless you. Thank you. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the tooth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, this is all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-ending trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one has begun. Yes, please, I'd like to see it. Oh, yeah, oh, I need Chiaki skill, dog. G-code, edit shit. The time limit doesn't decrease, even if you shoot a statement with a silencer. Effective during non-stop debates, cannot be combined with the time. And I have silent massage, yeah. And that's all I got. That's all the fucking doctor ordered. Okay, let's look at the truth bullets one last time. Okay, so the Monokuma fire roll, the torture wounds, the burnt rope, The knife through his hand, his left. Yeah, his hand had blood everywhere but the palm of his hand. The duct tape in his mouth, the spear through him. Monokuma flesh that had a hole in blood for some reason. Oh yeah, there's blood there too. That doesn't make sense. Monokuma panels, the lighter that probably started the fire, MP3 player, Sonya's account, Monokuma's account, Monomi's notebook, gas mask, and gloves. The blue piece of paper. I don't know what this is. Monokuma's special poison. Hopefully Academy file. Okay. Let's do it. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, here we go.
Now then, let's do
No.
If you've I'll punish everyone beside. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Dude, she looks pissed.
Chesto!
Oh. Why? Oh no!
One more time!
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
Why?
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
Yeah. The traitor and the killer who murdered Naruto is here? Or are they the same person? Or... Oh, okay, we're getting right into it. Okay. I already forgot how to play. Torture wound, survival knife, duct tape, Monokuma fleshing. Should we start with the panels? Let's start with the panels.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Mean to do that. There we go.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him?
I got it.
Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
I don't think so.
If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
You are a Yakuza, so... You found it by coincidence. Why did the killer have to torture Naruto? No, there was... Were the wounds on Naruto's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito!
What's Monokuma's account? Hold on. No. Ariana's going to church. Damn. Monokuma knew all along that the bombs were fake, however, he apparently never revealed that fact to anybody.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first!
That was Fuyuhiko!
I found it by coincidence.
Like,
There's no way I'd torture someone.
This is a toughie, bro. What were they really caught by
Killer
in the
didn't
first
take
place?
Nagito's mouth to shut him up! I'm telling you, they were torturing him!
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It says bomb.
It's
Or
because the
bum.
killer tortured Nagito!
I don't think he tortured
So
him.
that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Oh, there you go.
If so,
think
the
so.
suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
I don't know.
That was
dog.
Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Coincidence.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna try things because I'm not sure. No, the wound what it really caused by torture in the first place.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
They were torturing.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
No, not yet.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
Dude, I
That
don't
was
know.
Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Yeah, I know.
There's
I'm
no
on the
way
wrong
I'd
track.
torture someone.
It can't be. Okay, listen. Okay. Let's do the process of elimination, alright? Okay. No, alright, yes, shut up. Okay, process of
The
elimination.
killer
It can't
didn't
be the
tape
plushie.
Nagito's mouth to shut
Might
him
be
up.
the duct tape, might be this one, might
I'm
be this one.
telling you,
No,
they were
no.
torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so... What were they trying to find out by... Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
No, okay.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's
Guess
mouth
what?
to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
Oh my god, I'm getting tired
The
of
reason
hearing
Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, okay. I'm gonna perish. Oh my god.
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
I feel like I have to
So
capture
that's
him.
why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by
No!
torturing him?
Hey, you're making me
Definitely
not
the
read
bomb's
your
hiding
messages
place.
if you're gonna tell me I don't want to
If
know.
so, the set is whoever found that was
Figure it
Fuyu.
out.
I found it. There's no way I'd torture someone.
I have to close the door. Oh my god. Oh, I don't got to close it.
The killer didn't tape. I'm telling you, they were.
The reason Nagito's body.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
I'm done hearing
No,
your
that's
voice.
wrong.
Yeah, I know I'm taking too long. Jeez. It's because I don't get it.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If
Oh,
he was
actually
being
makes-
tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
I'm prepared.
Oh, my fault. That was really fast.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
What do you mean? I'm gonna wear my hood over the fucking headphones because
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
stupid. Hey.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down!
Bro, you are not winning this, my dog. You're not winning this. What the hell?
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the... Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap! They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap! They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Crap!
Pay attention, this is how... It went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
Damn!
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was... You'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap! They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I can't back down! But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him... They duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention! First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Pay attention! This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him...
Allow me to cut through those words! No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
The answer is yes, she do.
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is! The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
I agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure! A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere. but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
I see!
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
I see!
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
This reminds me of Sakura's trial.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
Hajime? What do you mean?
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Yes.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Chris is about to be proven wrong. Hell yeah.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible. To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
She didn't just say that.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
or if you use your
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
No, that's wrong!
Oh, I'm getting really good when I'm playing.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see!
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Akane! You should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Sounds like prostitution.
That's definitely wrong.
I agree.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Honey? Okay.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
Jeez.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Ooh, you know what I'm thinking? Hold up, the streak of blood. Hold on. Actually, this doesn't really make much sense, but, hold on. This. Why was this there? See, again, this doesn't make sense, but what if he stabbed himself in the legs? Or whatever. He stabbed himself in the legs and slashed his arm. I don't know how the hell he got the knife up there, but he probably did, and then that's how he stabbed his arm. I don't know. Assumptions.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Wait, so you took that money?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it!
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was... How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
That means it's the other one.
Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his...
if he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Fuck, I guess I was wrong.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right...
If he threw the knife into the and let the knife, could he stab his hand?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand.
Propped it onto...
If he just propped, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easy. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand that...
Is he a throwing knife?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that.
Nice.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
Yeah, but the knife is facing down.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Shut.
Like I said, if you got penetrated...
Stop.
Hey,
Stop.
bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't
Hey, hold on, I'll be
believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monome's sassing me!
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
She just repeated herself twice.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
All right, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way...
He used his... Or maybe he used his... I know guys have
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
How
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
Shut the
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Okay, finally I can fucking talk. Jesus Christ, what the hell is what's wrong with Akane? Oh my god.
How did Nagito
I
stab
know where it is,
himself?
by the
Let's
way.
work together. When the spear stabbed his right hand was...
He was only able to, but his left hand was...
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong!
So correct today. Sometimes.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
I see!
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Can I punch her, please?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear! Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
I see!
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then, the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily. It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Oh boy, here we go. I forgot to play this. Oh, I'm about to die. Okay, now I remember. That just appeared out of... Fuck you, bro. Okay. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? I feel like it was above him, right? Yo, this is giving me Sonic Heroes vibes. Red, yellow, and blue. Red. And blue? What is that? It moves? Oh shit, it moves. Oh shit, it moves. Ow. Okay. Yeah, Sonic Heroes, Sonic. I fucking love Sonic Heroes. Okay. Besides the spear, what else was above Naruto? A stuffed plushie sprinklers. A ceiling girder. So we're going with Sonic. Oh, I was about to say they're not ending. Okay. Oh god. They're fucking unpredictable. Sonic Heroes is the best. I used to play it with my cousin on the PS2 a long time ago. It was pretty fun. But then he got scratched, and then I got sad. Okay. What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The rope with Naruto's left hand. The spear's cord, the rope with Naruto's right hand, the rope on Naruto's left hand. The spear's cord, right? Go with tails. And I've got them all right. Oh fuck! Okay, there we go. Oh my god, I almost died. I have 1 HP. Are you shitting me? Above Naruto, a ceiling girder, and a spear.
It's all coming together!
Okay. Let's go.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Chris says, oh my god, that's what happened to me. I would always play it on the PS3, but it got scratched. It's super slow. I won't even load it off again. It sucks.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, Did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
Chris says that's what I thought happened with the spear. But Chris, you didn't think he killed himself. Come on now.
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real?
Chris said no, Fernando. When they were discussing it, started to think that. Oh.
He really committed suicide?
Yeah.
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
I knew it.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
I knew it. I knew it. Look at that shit. I fucking knew it. I don't know how he endured the pain of getting... I don't know. But holy guacamole, bro. That's a cool picture.
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth, too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Correction, that was our Nagito. But that sucker dead. Jeez, I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. It's stupid of me. Completely underestimated his capacity for malice. Mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form of malice. I've forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
Lunchtime BRB. Okay. I'm probably gonna end it soon, Chris.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. The bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
So that's not what she's talking about. I don't think that was a mistake to assume not Nagito committed suicide, but I feel so uneasy about it. Because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Yeah, the Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. Wait, what? I actually don't know. I'm gonna die because I don't know what it is, and I have one hit. Evidence that he couldn't mess with? That could have been this, 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 that could have been that. I don't know, dog. Oh. Oh, gotcha.
Crap!
What? Well then. Everyone doubts me. What do you mean? Well then.
We will never give up!
Yeah, you Oh, the Monokuma file.
I see! Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it. Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Dead. The victim is not documented. The body was discovered at the warehouse near the Monokuma Blushy factory. The assassin died in death, believed to be noon sharp. Not only is the spear stabbed into his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a letter on his left arm, and knife impaled through his right hand. This is part of the Monokuma is that Chiaki's worried about it. What is it? What's happening in the Monokuma file? Oh boy. You. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Babe, I knew! Why did you say something? I knew what it was! Oh god, I don't mean no. Oh, it's a U. Oh, I needed that S. Oh, there's the E. Oh lordy, there's so much shit going on. Oh, that's the wrong letter. Oh, dang it, that's the T I needed. There's no other D. Well then, bro, give me the goddamn letter. Oh my god. Oh, I already have it, that's why. Oh lordy. Hey, where's the goddamn A? Oh my god, this is taking so much health. Dude, if you don't give me a fucking A, I swear to god. Finally! Jesus! Death, I need a T. H. There!
I got it!
Yeah, I guess you're right.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Is there a spear stabbed into his stomach? There are multiple stabs that each stabs, but more than all this left time and in fact filters.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place!
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
Was he the traitor?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying, but if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
No, Naruto said the same thing. Intuition might be the thing that Naruto wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Oh, God. Okay, break time. No.
No, no!
Jesus, that was a lot. Yes, I'm gonna save. Wait, I think I saved. Hopefully I saved.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? with the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this?
Okay, I'm gonna end it here for the time being. Should I name this like 19 and a half, or should I just start with 20 later today? I don't know, let me see. Alright babe, now you're gonna go to sleep. Okay, then bye bye now.